Wanted to go ahead and make this video for those using Gravit. This is what the interface looks like when you log in. We're going to go ahead and select paper size, and we're going to do US letter, and I'm going to choose landscape. There I have a sheet of paper here. I'm going to go to see if I can open or import a place image. And I'm going to look on my screen for a screenshot of my thumbnails. Now these aren't my thumbnails, I've borrowed them from a student, but I'm going to use them as an example here. Okay, so I have these. They might not be proportional because you might have taken your picture at an angle, but we're going to try to recreate our, on top of these, our images. So over here, we have the simple shape tool. I can click on that and click a rectangle, and I can see the size of the rectangle if I click right here. Now I can put in 2 inches by 1.5 and hit return. And so I have my 2.5 or 2 by 1. It doesn't really matter, whichever one you use. I'm going to go, actually, let's go by 2 by 1 because that looks, yeah, 2, actually 1.5. Let's do it. It's so hard to figure out. All right, so now I have this as a shape. I can take this shape and select it, and I can change the fill right here. I can go red if I want to. If I want to create a couple of bars, what I could do is I could Command C, Command V, and see if that pasted. I did get a duplicate. So now I have a duplicate of it right there. I can click and drag that center right here, and maybe I change that to white. Okay, cool. So I can use my arrow tools. I'm going to zoom in real quick and look at that. What if I like that? That's pretty cool. But what if I want to take something and, I don't know, cut it in half? Maybe I want to take this white rectangle here. I'm going to go to this first one right here and see if I can lock it some way. See if there's any kind of way to lock an object. That's really helpful here. So I'm going to go to modify. Maybe I just do help. Where would lock an object be? Tell you what, can't find it right now. I'm going to hit Command L and see if that works. Now I can still move it, so I'm going to hit Command Z to undo that. I'll have to come back to y'all on locking an object. But anyway, I'm going to cut it in half using the knife tool. Now I'm going to slice right here, and if I hold down Shift, it should give me a straight line. Now, because I had that object selected, when I grab the black arrow tool and click away, I can move or delete that part. Okay, maybe I want to do a vertical slice. Maybe I want to go down here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if I grab the arrow tool, click, delete, I now have this. Now, I'm going to show you something that's kind of helpful. This is the white arrow tool. This will let me click on individual anchor points. So if I click here, and let's see if I can click and select. The white arrow tool in Photo Illustrator would let you help select one individual anchor point. Here, it's letting me. I noticed initially it didn't. It went to the move tool. So play around with that. Maybe you can. With one anchor point selected, I can move my arrows around to the way I like it. And I can do all kinds of fun things with it. This is just an introduction to the program, guys, so don't expect me to really get into much detail on things if you want to modify them. Now, what if I want to take this vector, this thing I drew of a tree? I can use the pen tool, and we will explore the pen tool at greater depths later, but I can use the pen tool, select it, and I think it's letting me move this object. I don't want to move this object. I want to use the pen tool. There we go. Now I clicked, so what was happening there is it was trying to select that. So I clicked away from that over here. Now when I zoom in and I click one time and maybe another, I can start to make a pen tool shape. Now if I click and hold down and move my mouse, I can bend shapes. You would have to know how to use the pen tool to really do this. So that you might want to play around with that. If I like what I got, oops, I'm going to hit Command Z to undo that last one. and bend by clicking and holding down, and bend. Now, I like that. I'm going to use that as a shape. And when I closed it, it changed it to a fill. So I can now change that to, I will save my files manually, green. And I can grab that, click away from everything, click back on it. See, nope, still trying to let me, this is going to be a little bit of a tedious thing there. Let's move that over here and zoom in. Don't forget your command keys, the command minus to zoom out, command plus to zoom in. I can also take this shape that I just created, use the pen tool, and click and bend. Okay? Maybe I want to, and if I'm done with that, I hit escape and I leave a line. All right? So play around with that. There will be some, maybe I can find a tutorial online that will supplement what I'm doing. But we're going to try to recreate our hand drawings.